Hello, Chariton. Happy Wednesday. It's time for our Craft and Create to Go kit for this Wednesday, April 21st. And it doesn't really feel like spring outside, but I'm still clinging to the whole spring and rainbows and warmer weather dreams for this week. I'm sure that they'll come back eventually. This week we are going to do something called Sky Color and Skittles, and it involves a story, which I will read to you in a minute, and then we're going to make color wheels and experiment with color using Skittles. Now in your kit, you'll have a bag of Skittles like this. There should be 4 of each color Skittle, and do not eat them. They have been sitting here in the meeting room for a very long time. They're very, very hard. Do not eat them. Make sure that the little people in your house do not eat them. We don't want any broken teeth or choking hazards or anything like that. So do not eat them. This is a rather fancy color wheel. And on one side, it's got the different colors. And it's not just red, yellow, and blue with the green, orange, and purple in between. It's got the colors between that even. And it talks about complementary. So complementary colors versus I've just lost the word. There's complementary and there is analogous colors. And on the back here it shows I don't know if you can see it, but so if I have blue green, if this is blue, if I add blue to green, I get this. If I add blue to blue green, I get this. If I add white to it, I get this. If I add yellow or if I add red. So it shows how you mix colors to get different things. So a color wheel is a really useful tool. This is one that I have for a couple of the bins that we have available for checkout. You just have to reserve those ahead of time. But we're going to make a basic color wheel with Skittles. And remember too that this is also STEM. This is science. And one of the amazing things about STEM or STEAM thinking is that we're going to think about it. We're going to apply what we know. We're going to learn something new, and it's okay to fail. It's okay to not understand. It's okay for the result that you thought was going to happen to not be the actual result. So it's an opportunity for us grown-ups to learn that growth mindset because it's very different from when we were in school. But also it's an opportunity to encourage our little people to think creatively, to think outside the box. So a Skittles color wheel, without telling you exactly why, you cannot make a complete color wheel with Skittles. So I'm just telling you that right now. But I'm not going to tell you why, and I'm going to let you discover that with your kiddos. But here's a color wheel for you to create using Skittles. And you'll just need a little dish or something to put each color Skittles in it. If you've got medicine cups, those would work really well. A little palette. If you still have one of our library palettes, you could use that. A little clear dish, like a ramekin or something. Clear would be probably better, or white, so that the kids can see the color being made in the dish, but it doesn't have to be clear or white. So you will also have a couple sheets of watercolor paper, and then another color wheel instructional thing that talks about complementary colors and analogous colors and how the color wheel is put together. And if you did the Play-Doh kit, then you also got to do a little bit of this activity by mixing the Play-Doh to get different colors. So you're going to use Skittles to create color wheels, and then you can paint pictures with that because you'll also have a paintbrush and a straw. So if you want to do some blow painting, you can do that as well. And there is an author that I would like to introduce to you if you're not familiar with him. His name is Peter H. Reynolds. Many of you probably have heard of this book, The Dot. And there's also Ish, which is one of the books in the Create trilogy. But today we're going to read the book Sky Color. And it'll give you a hint probably about the whole painting with Skittles thing. But this is called Sky Color by Peter H. Reynolds. Marisol was an artist. She loved to draw and paint, and she even had her very own art gallery. Does anyone have an art gallery like that? Not all her art hung in a gallery. Much of it she shared with the world. She painted posters to share ideas she believed in. At school, Marisol was famous for her creative clothes, her box of art supplies, and her belief that everyone is an artist. Yes, Marisol was an artist through and through. So when her teacher told the class they were going to paint a mural for the library, Marisol couldn't wait to begin. The classroom buzzed with the sound of brainstorming. The students talked and sketched. Together, they made a great big drawing. Then they marched to the library. I'll paint a fish. I'll paint one too. I'll paint the ocean. Marisol shouted, I'll paint the sky. Marisol rummaged through the box of paint, but could not find any blue. How am I going to make the sky without blue paint? The bell rang. It was time to put their brushes down for the day. As she climbed aboard the bus, Marisol kept wondering. All the way home, she stared out the window. The sun lowered closer to the horizon. Later at home, Marisol watched day turn into night. That night, Marisol settled into a deep dream. She drifted through a sky swirling with colors. The colors mixed, making too many to count. In the morning, Marisol stood waiting for the bus in the rain. The sky was not blue. She smiled. At school, Marisol raced to the library. She grabbed a dish and began adding colors. This one, that one. She swirled the brush to make an altogether new color. Everybody looking at her. Marisol then began painting on the wall. A boy asked, "What color is that?" "That," Marisol said, "that is sky color." I think in Iowa we have a lot of beautiful skies. So now you can enjoy this story. It's also up on our website in one of the virtual stories. And if you have any questions, you can let me know. I'm not sure that this book is available for checkout yet, but it will be soon. And if you have any questions, you can always email me. Again, if you have any of our brushes or palettes that you could bring back, that would be great. Or the little paint pots from last week, that would be amazing, so that I can continue to bring you these programs. And just a little teaser, here is next week's Craft and Create to Go kit. It's called Rainbow Wish. It's very, very fun. It looks much more complicated than it actually is. It's one of the Let's Make Art tutorials, and it's really, really fun to paint. So I hope you have a super Wednesday. Help me wish for more warmer weather, and I can't wait to see what you create with your own sky color. We'll see you next week.